Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Midwest Reborns and Dolls. My name is Gina, and I am here on this Sunday to talk a little bit and do a tag because I love to do the tags. And here we have Nicholas, my Nicholas Parker, who is my sleepy boy, and he is the Levi sculpt by Bonnie Brown, and I adore him. And so Nicholas is going to be here with me, and I'm just going to hold him, and he's going to be looking at his aunties. And we're going to hold him, and I'm going to do this tag. Oh, you know what? It's still Sunday. Guess what, Nicholas? You can be in Sleepy Dolly Sunday or Sleepy Babies. I'll have to look it up. But I know it's by Mandy at Mandy's Cuddlebug. Now, I am participating in the tag brought to us by the Doll Attic. And it's hashtag Girl Talk 2. And several people were going around and doing this tag, and I just think it's really a fun tag. So I, of course, decided that I wanted to join in. So let's get started here. And in the description, I will be putting it's the channels I've mentioned. I will put their channels names in that in the description. And yeah, and then we'll talk a little bit, but I won't keep you too terribly long, I promise. Well, I don't promise, because sometimes I get long-winded. Hopefully you'll enjoy this. But anyway, let's get to the questions from the Doll Addict. Okay, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. I like various shades of blue, mostly dark blues and light blues, kind of a country blue, sometimes dusty. Anyway, I like blue. Okay, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Well, you're going to say, that's pretty boring, but my favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla. And the reason is it goes with so many different things. I can do a banana split with it. I can add strawberries to it, blueberries, peanut butter, whatever I want. And chocolate, I can have a fantastic, any flavor ice cream I want, and it's wonderful with cake and cookies. Oh my gosh. Vanilla, yeah, so vanilla. Okay, what's your number 3? What's your number 1 favorite movie of all time? My favorite movie of all time is Gone with the Wind. I love that movie. I love that movie. It's the hoop skirts. It's the old times. It's horses and buggies and afternoon teas and grand staircase. I love Gone with the Wind. Now, I was always very upset with Scarlett because she pined and pined and pined after Ashley. And Ashley did not love her. Rhett loved her. Rhett truly loved her. And I liked how strong Scarlett was and how she wouldn't let anything stop her. And, but I do wish she had not pined after Ashley, because by the time she realized she did really love Rhett, Rhett was like, I'm done with you. So, anyway, but that's my all-time favorite movie. Number 4, if you were on a deserted island, what one thing would you have to have? Boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I'd like to be a smart mouth and say a GPS system so somebody could find me, but I won't do that. That's not the real answer. To be honest, I think if I were on a deserted island all by myself, and one thing I would wish I could say is one of my babies, one of my dolls, but even that, the one thing that I wouldn't be able to live without and would upset me greatly is not having my Bible. So I would have my Bible with me. Okay, number 5, your favorite perfume. My favorite perfume is Pleasures by Estee Lauder. Oh, I love that. It was funny when it first came out. I said, "Oh, I could bathe in this stuff." And then later they came out with a body wash and a powder and a lotion, and I was gifted that. I had the cologne. I was gifted the whole thing, so I could bathe in it. That was kind of fun. Got that for Christmas one year. What's your favorite shade of lipstick or lip gloss? Okay, I like clear lip gloss. If I'm going to put on a lip gloss, I put it on over my lipstick. My favorite colors or lipsticks are in the reds and berries family. Currently, the shade of lipstick that I have, and I got it more for spring and summer, is Primrose, and that's normally what I have on when you see me on video, is Primrose. Okay, curly or straight hair? Well, as you can see, I have a lot of wave in my hair. This is natural and curl, and when there's a lot of humidity, so I like curly hair. Curly. I go for curly. Okay. Number 8, do you like tattoos on your man? Generally, no. No, I do not. Sometimes when people are young, they make a mistake and they get a tattoo. But it also depends on what the tattoo is. Like, if they get something up here on their shoulder and it's like a cross or a star or something that meant a lot to them, and if it's small and not big, I don't mean to be judgmental because they be the kindest people in the world, so I don't judge them when I see it. I just don't like it. But people that have tattoos all over their whole body, like nearly from head to toe, it turns me off completely. So I don't generally, no tattoos on my man. High school crush. How much time do you have? Oh, no. I had a high school crush nearly every single year that I was in high school. The first month, and during my freshman year, I had a crush on someone named Randy A, and I had a huge crush on Randy. And then when I was a sophomore, I had a crush on Kevin and Russ. Kevin and Russ. Then my junior year, I still had a crush on Kevin because he was only 1 year ahead of me in school, but yeah, I had a major crush on him. It was Kevin B, and he was I'm not saying their last names, just in case for some reason they don't need to know. Then when I was a senior in high school, well, I was dating my high school sweetheart who became my first husband, and he's the one that I had my 2 children with. If you're a new subscriber, you don't know that about me because I've gotten several new subscribers, so I might have to do a little but anyway, did I still have somebody when I was a high school senior that I had a crush on? Not really. No, not senior year, because I was dating and, whatever. Okay, number 10. If you could redo something in your past, what would it be and why? Yes, I would definitely redo my past. 120%. If I could redo my past, I would. The one thing I would change is I would have stayed in college, gotten a degree, and I would now not be in the situation that I'm currently living in, which not that it's personal. Not that I don't have a beautiful place to live, and not that I love living where I live, but Um, but I'd have a different job if I had gone to school, and I would be self sufficient, and I would be living in a home of my own that I owned instead of having to rent. That I'll say that much. Okay, number 11. Oh, I hate this question. I hate this question. Dogs or cats? I love them both. I love them both so much. If I had my dream, I would have a purebred ragdoll kitty, and they act kind of dog like. And I would have a big doggy and a little doggy, a little lap doggy. I would love to have I think a retired greyhound, because I've heard that when they're in the house, they're very calm and very gentle and real snuggle bugs. And then maybe a little long-haired miniature dachshund, or some little mutt that I rescue from the rescue shelter. So I guess because I want two doggies, I'm gonna say dogs, but I really want a dog and a cat. I'm an animal lover. But since I have to pick, my answer is dogs. Okay, number 12. What is your most favorite song? My most favorite song is the song that was our song, with my second husband, my late husband, who passed away. It's been over three and a half years now. But my favorite song was "I Finally Found Someone," and it was a duet that was done by Barbra Streisand and Bryan Adams. Talk about a combination. But they did a beautiful, and that's my all-time most favorite song, is "I Finally Found Someone." Favorite, number 13, favorite pizza toppings. Ooh, we're gonna have bacon and mushroom. I love that, and extra cheese. Yummy. Okay, football or baseball? Oh, that's another one of those dogs and cats questions. It is. It's a dog. It's like asking me about the dog and the cat between football and baseball. I am a huge sports fan. I love sports. I love various types of sports. I mean, I played softball because I couldn't play baseball. But I've always loved football. My father played football in college, high school and college, got a college scholarship for football. I love football. Between the two, if I'm going with friends and I want to sit and really talk, I want to go to the baseball game. But I'm going to watch that football game, and I don't really want to be too, so I'm going to say football. Okay, if you could change, number 15, if you could change your name, what name would you pick? Well, I don't know why. With my name being Gina, when I was a little girl, you could never find Gina on like the little license plate. So when I was a child, and I wanted to put the license plate on the back of my bicycle, like my friend Margaret and my friend Martha and my friend Linda. They had nameplates. Even Dana had one. They did not have a Gina. So, I don't know. But later in life, I thought, nah, I wouldn't have changed my name. I love my name. But sometimes later, I thought, I like the name Grace. If I could have picked a name, I think I would have been, if I could change my name, if I had to go into witness protection, I would like them to let me have the name Grace as my first name. So, okay. And then there's a bonus question. And it is, do you have an alter ego? And if so, tell us what it is. Well, my alter ego is Mama Bear, or bitch, whatever you want to say. But you don't mess with my family. I do not like confrontation. Generally speaking, I stay away from it. I don't get involved. I don't like conflict and upset. But if someone, if it affects my family, my mother, my father, my sister, my children, my grandson, you better watch out because I will go come after you. Um, I know that I've driven doctors and nurses, probably more so the nurse than the doctor, although even one doctor I think got a little kind of like, who do you think you are with me? And I kind of got right back at him like, well, this is, you're caring for my mother, so I want an answer. Yeah, there was a question I had about her medication one time that I knew she took it home, but I was not sure they were giving it to her at the hospital. And my mom was kind of too sick to advocate for herself, so I spoke up and questioned the nurse. And then the one time there was a doctor in there asking questions, and my mom was like, I'm not sure, I don't remember. And she kind of looked at me, and I said, Mom, do you want me to answer you the question? She said yes. And so I gave the doctor a bit of history and said, and this is what goes on with her, so we want to keep that as consistent here as we do at home. And he just kind of looked at me like, we're monitoring the situation, and your mother will be fine, and we are in charge. You don't need to worry about it. And I was kind of like, well, my mother can't at this point speak for herself, so I'm doing it. I kind of push back. And then with my kids, one time when my daughter was on the school bus, I saw was sitting, and another little child got on the bus, and they sat down next to her because they were at the same. And this kid pushed my daughter's face and smashed it up against the side of the bus window. And of course, the bus driver took off and drove, and I was really mad. So I called the girl's mother because I knew who it was, and I told her and said, can you talk to your daughter about this? I don't care for it. And they were like, well, the girls, that's just kids, and they'll work it out themselves. And I said, no, I don't want your daughter doing that to my child. And well, I think, it probably didn't, I'm sure your daughter's fine. Don't worry. So I thought, okay. So after school, when the school bus came, the bus driver opened the doors, and before any kid could get out of their seat, I got on the bus. And I went to that little girl, and I got down and looked her right in the eye, and with gritted teeth, I said, if you ever smash my daughter or my son's face against a bus window again, not only will I go to your parents, I will knock your teeth down your throat. Got it? That child never bothered my daughter or my son again. So I'm a mama bear. That's my alter ego. And or a bitch, whatever you want to say, but I will take things to a certain point, but I'm not a pushover. And I think a lot of people think, oh, she's so sweet, and she's so this, and she's so that. And I thought, yeah, well, push me. I am sweet. Until something has come up that I'm like, that's for the birds. And someone's been hurt, and I will defend you. So that's it. That was this tag. Thank you so much for this. Dolly Squad over at the Doll Addict, or Doll Attic. I said addict. It sounds like, no, Doll Attic, like flowers in the attic, that book. So this is Doll Attic. Anyway, everyone have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your Sunday. If I have a chance, I'm going to pop on tomorrow. And I'm sorry this video is lengthy, so have a wonderful, beautiful Sunday evening. Take care, my Dolly friends. Bye-bye.